hi, hello. Happy Sunday. Sorry if the light's kind of blinding you, but I'm doing it in artificial light, which I don't normally do. But I'm sure you'll get the hang of it anyway. As to my craft fair yesterday, what did I sell? Well, it probably would be easier for you to show you what I didn't sell. Craft fairs here seem to be so different than what I'm used to. Here, there's some handmade stuff, as in the cakes and things like that, and the candles and a few other things, but a lot of the stalls were things that people had bought to sell, if you know what I mean. They weren't handcrafted or handmade, yeah. Sad but true. Anyway, but needless to say, that will be my last one. I did say last time, never again. And I'm proved right, never again. Not doing any more. So I will be putting my things on, probably on eBay or something like that, trying to sell them. I have got baskets and baskets full of my hand warmers. I know they're pretty basic hand warmers, but what do people expect for a couple of quid, you know? Oh dear, where are we? You know, they're just a basic hand warmer. But I wasn't asking a fortune for them, and I have lots and lots of them, all different colours, which I will attempt to put probably on eBay. I've got another box full. My scrunchies, I did sell one or two. When you consider I was asking 50p, 2 for £1, you thought I would have sold a few more than what I did. But sadly, no, I have got them left. So, whatever. And my little rose brooches, I didn't sell one. I was asking £1 each for little rose brooches, which I thought were quite pretty. And no, nobody was interested. Nobody was interested. Not a sausage. Not a thing. So, and as for my little dollies, well, lots of little girls were like, "Oh, mummy, Barbies, oh, mummy." And their mums were like, "Come along, you've got dolls at home." I was asking hardly anything for the clothes. I just wanted the money back for the second-hand dolls I'd bought. Yeah, so I'll show you what I have got left. That one. It's got a little cardigan, and a dress, and a hat, and it's even got its knickers. Yeah, there she is. So that was one dolly. This one, she's got a hoodie on. Nice bright coloured hoodie and trousers to match. There she is. Another one with a hoodie. Hoodie and little coat to match, little hoodie. I did sell the other one to that was in pink. The little girl said, "Oh mummy, can I please have it because it's pink?" And then mum said yes, alright then. And the other one I sold was to quite a teenage girl, quite older than what you would think. And she bought one that was all dressed in green dress. That's another one all dressed in like a little ski suit or whatever you want to call it, tracksuit. This one, she's wearing a chunky jacket and grey trousers. Yeah. If you're interested and you're in the UK, please let me know. But sadly, the postage to the US is astronomical. So yeah, the dolls I should add are not new, the dolls, but they are in good condition. Yeah. This lady's got a stole or whatever you want to call it with her dress on, with all the little flowers and beads, and she's got a thing in her hair. And they've even got little shoes. I even bought little shoes to put on the dolls. Most of them are wearing shoes. This little lady has got a stole and a hat and a dress, and she's also got her knickers, and she's got shoes, of which she has just lost one. It's fallen off, but I'm sure I'll find it in the box. My bride doll didn't sell, which I'm amazed at. You know, everybody liked her, said she looked lovely, but she didn't sell. I even made her a headdress and a top knot. But no, as I say, little girls who were saying, oh look mummy, aren't they pretty, were being dragged away by their mothers. Last but not least, she's wearing her blue shoes. She's got her dress on and a little cardigan, and she's even got her pants on, and I plaited her hair and put a bow on the end of it. So as I say, not a sausage. Not a sausage. I sold 2 dolls and that was it, yeah. I've still got lots to dress, but what's the point, yeah? You know, when you come away from somewhere thinking, what is the point? I might as well just give it up and take up jigsaws or something. Yeah. And I had lots and lots and lots of headbands, which I was asking £3 each for, which were, I mean, they were costing me that for the flipping buttons alone. Nice buttons on the headbands. All done like, you know, well, you can see what they're doing. There's bobbles. That one's done in a stitch with a flower on it. What else have I got in here? No, several. That one's a twisted one in different colours. Another purple one, that's got a twist in it like a little turban. That was a child's hat. A little child's hat with its little monkey on the front. I was asking £4 for that. It cost me £1 for the monkey on the front. But hey ho, and as for hats, I must have about, I don't know, 30 or 40 hats. Hats. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Look at that hat. Nobody wants. That is beautiful, that one. Beautiful. But that one is slightly larger because I've got a tiny head, so I decided I would make some things a little bit larger. But it turns out that some of the ladies who tried them on have also got tiny heads as well. What else have we got? Oh, some more headbands. And that was lovely jade green with the fancy buttons on it. That's another turban one. I have got an order to make some 2 little ones for a child, yeah. And these are tea cosies, if you have any. Anybody has a tea cosy? Look at that, with all those gorgeous flowers on the top, a basket one. And this one, a lady did ask me, was it a hat? So well, I could sew the holes up for the handles up, couldn't I? And turn it into a hat, yeah. So I could go on. I've got a whole bag here. Oh, I need to take my mirror out, because I even took my mirror in case anybody wanted to try anything on, but no. I didn't bother going around looking around because I didn't want to spend any money. And to be quite frank, I was stuck behind my desk. Yeah, this one. I mean, this one cost me more than that to make it. It's a hat like a balaclava. Yeah, this one doesn't have. I've got one with ears on, in beige with ears on. Oh, somewhere along the line. That's what the fingerless gloves look like on a hand. One little boy was fascinated with the hand, you know. Speak to the hand, talk to the hand, is it they say. Yeah, I've got to put all this lot back into the shed and see where I go from there on in. As I said, more hats. Got a lovely green one, another green one, another one that's all different shades of purples and colours. This one has a flower and a button. Yeah. If you're in the UK, as I said, I Well, I can send them to the US, but the price would be astronomical for the postage. Yeah? Another green one. And another green one. Must have had a lot of green wool left over. And another one in blue with the bubbles on. Oh, there's the beige. There's the beige one with the ears on. Like a balaclava. But it's got little ears on. Yes, balaclava. I did put a wooden button on that one as well. As I said, I've got a whole bag full here that I need to sort out with my creepy pets. I actually found a cowl in here as well. I had a purple cowl. So I don't know what I'm going to do next. People keep saying to me, oh, it's so easy to make a web page. But the problem is, of course, directing people to your web page. People have suggested selling on Ko-fi. People have suggested Vinted, but Vinted are funny. If they think you are a tradesperson, then they won't have you. It's really there to sell the stuff out your wardrobe that you don't want. They're not there for you to sell things that you've made, really. You could sneak a few in, possibly, but not anything else, yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm certainly not making any more crocheted items, unless somebody specifically asks me for something. Because I'm just fed up with the whole affair. Yeah, fed up with it all. I mean, somebody suggested doing tutorials, but I can't do that. I crochet UK. Also, I don't make my own patterns. I just crochet them out of thin air. I don't write anything down. So I certainly wouldn't be able to tell people how to do different sizes of anything. And as I say, I crochet UK. A treble's a treble to me. It's not a double crochet, whatever. I don't have the equipment. I don't have the overhead, you know, and I don't want to invest any more money in any more cameras or any more equipment. I don't want to do it. My phone won't do videos longer than a few minutes. And when we did do a video, we couldn't transfer it over onto YouTube. It just wouldn't happen. I've got a very old phone. Well, not a very old phone. A very basic phone that doesn't do all these things. Yeah. I mean, the craft fair in itself, I presume, was quite nice. I couldn't get out to have a look round. I couldn't. Mind you, I wasn't going to spend any money. And my beeline would have been to the cake stall, because they do have some gorgeous cakes there. But my blood sugars were up the wall yesterday morning, and I don't know why, because I hadn't been eating anything naughty. And so I didn't dare have a cake or anything like that. So that was it. So I think craft fairs in the US must be completely different than they are over here. You know, I'm just convinced that you have to be a kind of a tradesperson here, that you have to buy things in to sell, yeah, rather than actually make things to sell. There was one stall, I believe, I only saw it through the photographs later. There was one stall that was selling, you know, the big animals done in that plushy wool. You can't really call them amigurumis because they're about that big, yeah. Amigurumis to me a little. But a lot of the other stalls were selling books and sweets and chocolates and sort of stuff like that. Hardly anything that was handmade really at all, you know. So I think myself and my friend Sarah were on our own with that. Sarah did do better than I did with her Christmas ornaments, but even then, you know, people weren't selling it, and they were gorgeous, and they were £1. I mean, I have one actually fastened onto my handbag. Where's my handbag gone? That she gave me. She was asking £1 for that, with the wobbly eyes and everything. I mean, for goodness sake, what do people want? I fastened it on my handbag because I'd lost the zip puller, so that's where it is now. It's on my handbag. But honestly, people were walking past and not buying them. And I felt like saying to them, you know, what the flipping heck do you want? There was a lot of pedestrians round, doing the loop as we called it, not looking. They were looking like that at the stalls. They weren't like looking, oh, at the stalls. They were going as they were walking past. We had a little bit of an incident. One guy in a wheelchair, bless his heart, knocked a great big stand over on one of the stalls and there was a big clatter. Nobody was hurt. I mean, I think he was embarrassed because he knocked it all over, but that was a bit of excitement for the day. Yeah. So I'm going to put them all back in there and they're all going to go back into the shed. I didn't feel like going today. It was cold, miserable, wet. I mean, the dogs did quite well, considering it was what we call Bonfire night over here. You know, Guy Fawkes. So if you're in America, you may not know what the heck we're talking about, but it's the day, the anniversary of the day that Guy Fawkes, many moons ago, tried to set fire to the Houses of Parliament. And he might have done us all a favour if he hadn't done, actually, you know. But he didn't manage it. It was foiled. The gunpowder plot was foiled for some reason or other. But in the UK, it's on this kind of time of year, it's under the rain didn't put the fuses out anyway. So the gunpowder would have probably not gone boom, it would have probably gone thuh. Yeah, the dogs did quite well considering, you know. I mean, some of the bangers, they're like cannons, for goodness sake. Why does everything have to be so noisy? You know, I love a good firework display as much as anybody does. You know, pretty whoosh, whoosh, whoosh fireworks, pretty ones, sparklers, as it used to be when I was a kid. But I do not see the fun of these very, very loud bangers that go off. As I say, they just sound like a gunfire. Really bad cannon fire. I don't see the fun in them at all. And it actually amazes me when people are saying, oh, we haven't got money for food, oh, we haven't got money for this, we haven't got money for that, we can't put the heating on. How they can go out and spend an absolute fortune. I mean, the last time I bought fireworks was when my son was small, and they were expensive back then. But I can imagine now they're probably about 5 or 6 times the money that I paid. You know, it's probably about a $5 a firework these days. I'm out of touch, I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to buy any, let's just say here. When I was a little child, I used to like the bonfire, but I never liked the fireworks. I used to be scared of the fireworks, and then I would have nightmares afterwards because of the bright flashy lights and everything. So I used to go and hide when the fireworks were going off. And much as my parents tried to say to me, oh, look how pretty they are, look how nice. My dad used to have to buy me the very, very innocuous ones that just went, you know, that's all they did. You know, the Catherine wheels that refused to go round, they used to go round twice and then stick. Yeah, we always used to get those, yeah. But I was scared badly with a banger when I was about 12, 13. Some idiot put one in the back of my hood. Right, you know, in my hood, behind me, my hood. Of course, it went with such a whoosh, it deafened me. And I just set off running and I ran straight into a barbed wire fence, if you know what barbed wire is. And I cut all my leg wide open. I finished up having to go to a friend's house while her mum patched me up. It should have been stitched, but it never was. So I still bear the scar from being 12 years old and the bangers, yeah. So I've never been quite the same since then. And then I had an idiot neighbour who put an industrial firework, threw it into one of my neighbour's back gardens, and it blew his back kitchen window out. Boom. You know, I fail to see what excitement and fun there is in that, you know. We thought it was a bomb. We heard his window just shatter. You know, it was a double glazed window and it just shattered with the force from this banger. I mean, the police came round because they had to investigate it and thought it was like arson or something. But it was just some idiot that had thrown an industrial firework. I mean, who? Oh, don't get me started, yeah. I mean, it does untold damage to the animals. They're all scared out of their wits. Cats, dogs, everything. I don't see. I love pretty fireworks. I do. I love a good firework display as much as the next. But I wish they would make them without the loud bangs. And then maybe the idiots wouldn't want to But of course the firework manufacturers are making lots and lots of money, so they're not going to stop making them, are they? And there's probably been loads of fires and damage with fireworks, people hurt, you know. There is every year, isn't there? Anyway, enough of that. What am I going to do? Well, tomorrow I've got the joy of my diabetes nurse, and she's going to love me because I said my blood reading. My blood reading's been great for about the last month. And then yesterday, all of a sudden, some spike. And I don't know why. If I'd had chocolate, cake, anything, biscuits, I could understand it, but no, I'd been good. The only thing is I don't like the tap water here. It is absolutely disgusting. It tastes like just drinking chlorine or bleach. I was used to lovely water where I lived in Manchester, and it was nice tasting water, and I didn't mind drinking it. But I've got an aversion to drinking the water here. And all I get told off my nurse is, well, you need to drink more water, it flushes the sugars out of your system. I am not going on insulin. I am determined I am not going on insulin. I shall have that on my gravestone. I'm getting cremated, you don't have a gravestone, do you? But if I did have a gravestone, I would have, I am not going on insulin, she said before she died. Oh dear. I hate the finger prick bit. That's bad enough without having to jab myself. I've got dead fingers. I think I've mentioned it before. Sorry if I go on ad nauseum. I've got dead fingers, I've got Raynaud's. So stabbing my fingers is a joyful thing for me. Because trying to get blood, it's like, to get even the tiniest little drop of blood. And then if I don't get it just right, my little machine says, error, error. And I think, I am not stabbing my finger again. You've had one chance. Just because you've got an error on your machine, you ain't stabbing yourself again. So I'd had a few errors this week. So I wasn't enamoured with that machine at all. Yeah. It's not funny, you know, stabbing your finger. It hurts. You know, so I'm not stabbing my body every day with a blinking injection in my stomach. I'm sorry if you're diabetic and you have to do that, but I just am not. I don't know. I said to her, why, you know, now? Why now? I've lived all my life eating sweets, chocolates, everything known to man. I don't even drink alcohol now because I might have one every now and again. Because that's got sugar in it, hasn't it? I don't drink fizzy drinks unless they're sugar-free. I drink a lot of coffee, and she said, but that dehydrates you. That makes you worse. And I'm thinking, oh God, you know. It's like, you know, stick a label on me. Anything I like to eat and everything I like to drink, I can't have it anymore, so they say. I'm not a mad chocoholic, but I do like a bar of chocolate. And I've had to stop that because I know if I start eating one, I can't put it down. People say, have one square. Have you tried having one square? I don't think so. You know, it's like have one, have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. And I don't like dark chocolate, so don't get me on that. And I've been told by several diabetic nurses, don't buy diabetic chocolate or anything that says diabetic. Biscuits, etc. Don't buy them because they're just worse than eating the normal ones. So if I do want a biscuit, I will eat a biscuit, and I don't feel guilty about it. So, as I say, I'm 78 next month. How much longer am I going to live? I would like to think another 10 years or so, but you can't bank on it these days, can you? You know, oh gosh, the fireworks have just started up again. And the way the people drive at me when I'm on my scooter, I'll be lucky if I get to next year, let alone anything else. So there's Rosie Barker, she doesn't like fireworks. Bless her. Yeah, she's off again. Woof, 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 woof. Well, I had the dogs last night, as if you know, if you watched my live. So it was like 1 o'clock when I went to bed. About 2 o'clock, Rosie woke me up. Because apparently when she gets agitated, she wants the loo, yeah? So I had to open the back door, which wasn't, it was raining and it was cold and I'm in my night dress. Letting the dog out while she did what she had to do. Comes to let her back in, turns round, and of course Trixie, who hates going out in any kind of weather, had already been in the conservatory, so I thought, oh, Maggie, I'm sorry. I had to sort that out. Then by the time I thought, well, I might as well go to the bathroom and have a wee while I'm up, you know. So by the time I got back in bed again, it was probably about 4 o'clock. So then I'm dozing off, because it takes me ages once I've been woken in the middle of the night. It takes me ages to get back off to sleep. So I just felt as though I'd just gone back to sleep, and then Trixie's all up my face. 6:30, 7:15. I want my breakfast. It's time to get up, Grandma. So I was feeling very ratty, you know, I wasn't in the best of humours. So before I gave them their breakfast, I let them out again, you know, because I thought, well, they've had 2.5 hours or something. Let them out again in the garden while I'm making the breakfast. Made the breakfast, and then Rosie wanted to go out again. So I thought, oh my God. So lets her out again. Gets back in bed, and I thought, I'm going to have another hour if it kills me. But yes, once I've been awakened, even though I'm tired and I'm irritable, I can't get back to sleep. And I did manage, I think, another hour, I think I managed. So today I'm feeling very tired, very irritable, not in the mood. And any other whinge you might like to say. In other words, I'm a grumpy old bat today, grumpy old bat. And I've got them for a week. From Thursday, I think it is, Thursday evening, I think, or is it Friday? They're going to Spain for a week. So I'm sole guardian, custodian of 2 doggies. Oh gosh, the fireworks are off. We've been having them all week. I mean, it is Bonfire night technically tonight. It is the 5th of November. But most people did them on the Friday or the Saturday because, of course, then they don't have to go to work, do they? Or the kids don't have to go to school. So the Bonfire, traditionally, it's not usually held on the 5th. It's usually held on the closest weekend to it. But of course, some people are having it tonight as well. Bear in mind, they've got to get up for work in the morning if they're having a beer. And the kids have got to get up for school tomorrow morning if they're watching the fireworks till late. Because you can't set off fireworks in daylight, can you? Because you can't see them. So I haven't done much really, apart from go to the craft fair, which was a bit of a dead loss, and it was cold actually. It's usually warm in the church hall, it's usually cosy in there. But I think maybe they had the doors open and I was sat in a breeze or something. So I'm sorry if it's a bit of a whingy. Oh, for goodness sake, I can never get that alarm to stop the first time. Anyway, I was going to go anyway, so that's saved you from a fate worse than me whinging on anymore. So sorry about the whinge, but never mind. Yeah. Don't forget, if you're interested in any hats, dolls, anything, if you're in the UK, send me an email. My address will be down below. Yeah. If you're in the US, you'd have to pay an enormous amount of postage for me to send you anything. So, bye for now. Speak to you very soon.